Yesterday I talked a little bit about kind of the quick fix. The quick. Everybody's looking for the magic pill, the magic diet. Something to really give them immediate gratification and immediate results. And deep down inside, every single one of you guys knows that that's just not the case when it comes to your health. And so I want to tie into that a little bit today, in the fact that, in my experience, I've been doing what I do for a really long time. And in my own experience, I want you to know that I see this far too often. And what happens is, and this is really in all areas of life, but we get so focused in and so laser focused on the end goal, the end result, and what you really want to accomplish, with whatever you're working on. So I'll relate it to business, and I'll talk about my own business. My business started, from the ground up, and I built it from the ground up, and I've really had to bust my balls to get to where I want to be, and I'm continuing to try to grow my business, and so I love the projection right now. It's doing well, but what I want you to know, and I'm going to relate this to health, but I only talk about my business because of this, is that, there are baby steps in, what's up, Jamie? There are baby steps that you have to take to get to anywhere where you want to be. And so with a business, everybody wants $1 million a year business, but not everybody is willing to take the $100,000 a year business and then level it up to the $1 million business. The steps that it takes in order to get you to we'll even call it $1,000 a month. Like if you're someone who's starting brand new and you're trying to build something from the ground up, you have to start with baby steps. You've heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. But the bottom line is, in order to get to where you want to be, you've got to take the steps and put the work in to get there. And so when I talk about that, I want to relate it to health, because we all get so focused on that end result. Like, for a lot of people, if it's a dude with a dad bod, that's maybe needs to lose 20 pounds. They're so focused in on seeing their abs, or, having those chiseled pecs or whatever it may be. And they get so caught up in that end result that they don't realize the steps that need to be taken. So I'll talk about somebody who needs to lose 100 pounds. Maybe they're not so focused in on abs because that's the least of their concern. Usually someone who needs to lose that amount of weight is focused on just general health and feeling better and improving their health, their well-being, their longevity. And so, but what happens is, and I see it a lot, is that you get so zoned in on that losing that 100 pounds that you often think way further ahead than you need to be thinking, because taking the baby steps to get there are the only thing that's going to pay off in the end. When you want to try to lose 100 pounds or 50 pounds, whatever it may be, whatever your uphill battle may be, and you can even talk about business. If you want to build $1 million a year business, in order to get there, you've got to put in the daily grind and the work that it takes to get there. So, we're a very immediate gratification kind of society. Everybody wants that immediate results. That's why these major companies that sell these quick fad diets, or these silly things that you see on TV, like like the shake weight. That was a big one. You see this guy in the commercial with the freaking shake weight just shaking away, and you see this huge ripped bicep, and he's like, in 6 weeks, use the shake weight daily and you look like me. When at the end of the day, that dude's been in the gym for the last 10 years working on those arms, and that's just not true. But because we're a society that loves the immediate results, that loves the immediate gratification, which doesn't really exist with most things, we are quick to flock to those things. And so marketing, a lot of those companies have brilliant marketing plans, because they know that you, the consumer, is looking for the quick result. And so when you start thinking about the grand scheme of things and why these people make a shit ton of money, if we stopped and thought about the process that it takes to get there, probably a lot of these companies would go out of business, because people are just smarter than that. But we get caught up in the rat race. We get caught up in the instant gratification thing with our human mind flocks to that, because it's like, oh, well, I need to lose 100 pounds. They're telling me if I take this magic pill and I follow their little diet plan for 6 weeks, I'm going to lose 30 and I'll be in great shape and I'll be well on my way to 100 pounds. When in all actuality, it's just not the case. And so what I want you to know is if you slow your thought process down and start creating a simple plan and a simple process that you need to follow on a daily basis, not a weekly basis, not a monthly basis, when you start thinking ahead and projecting your dream out like that, often you're going to fail. You're setting yourself up for failure. And so that's what I want you to avoid, is that if you're someone who is struggling with your health or even your business or whatever it may be, I'm seeing in my own business that if I just put the daily grind, the daily hard work that I need to do to get to where I want to be, results happen. That's the bottom line. If you're putting in the work, results are going to happen, but you have to slow down to really let that sink in. Because again, our minds are drawn to immediate gratification. We want that end result. We want that $1 million a year business. We want the 100-pound weight loss or the ginormous arms and pecs that you see in the commercial. Those things don't happen overnight, and you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. When you hear me talk about it, I'm just re-emphasizing the fact that you need to slow down and you need to take the steps, the proper steps, the baby steps that you need to take to get to where you want to be. There's no reason to overwhelm yourself with trying to think big picture, because ultimately all you're going to do is get frustrated and give up. That's why so many people, I see this all the time, bounce around from fad diet to fad diet to fad diet, and then at the end, they're just overwhelmed, they're frustrated, they throw in the towel, and they're back to square one. Where if they would have probably just followed one fad diet and stuck with the plan, they would have probably gotten a lot better results. And I'm not a buyer in the fad diets. I'm not advocating for any of that. But the bottom line is consistency is key with most things in life. If you show up on a daily basis to your business and you put in consistent effort, you're going to get results. If you show up to the gym or you show up to the kitchen with a solid nutrition plan or a solid workout plan and you put in the hard work on a daily basis to get to where you want to be, you're going to get results. But with that immediate gratification thought process, often we let ourselves become overwhelmed. We don't take the baby steps that we need to in order to get to where we want to be. So again, I want you to start thinking about slowing down your thought process, because if you want to get somewhere that's big, whether that be in business, health, whatever it may be, your relationships, those things all take work in their daily work. They're baby steps to get there. So, at the end of the day, whatever struggle or challenge you're going through, I'm telling you, there's an answer for most things. But if you want to get to where you want to be, you've got to put in the daily work to get there. So again, to summarize, with the 50-pound or the 100-pound weight loss, I see so many people, and usually those people that are there have let themselves become so overwhelmed and so frustrated with the fact that they're in a position now that they've got such a long uphill battle or a long road ahead that it's very easy to get focused in on the end result. And when you don't slow down your thought process and you don't sit there and come up with a concrete plan, a simple process to get you there, because I'm telling you this, and I've seen this a lot, if you need to lose 100 pounds, the people who lose 100 pounds or the people who lose 50 pounds, I've been one of those before. If you didn't see my post with my sugar daddy costume and my wife with the sugar baby costume on, I was 50 pounds heavier. You can see it in my face. I was 50 pounds heavier in that costume. That was 10 years ago. Facebook let me know that. And that was my heaviest weight. I lost 50 pounds. But in order to lose 50 pounds, I didn't think, I can't wait to be 172 pounds with chiseled abs, great pecs, and a great physique. That wasn't my goal. My goal was, what do I need to lose, or what do I need to do today to lose 5 pounds, and then 10 pounds, and then 15, and continue to build momentum? If I focused on a 5-pound goal, that was realistic to me. I could make that happen. I knew the steps I needed to take to lose 5 pounds. But if I thought about a 50-pound weight loss goal, there's a chance that I would have never gotten to where I am today, because I would have gotten overwhelmed. I would have tried all the fad diets that I have tried in the past that, quite frankly, don't work when you bounce from fad diet to fad diet. And again, I'm not advocating for any of those, but if you want consistency, consistent results, you've got to be consistent in your effort. And so it's just a matter of showing up on a daily basis, putting a simple plan into process. Because again, even if you need to lose 100 pounds, there's a very simple method to get there. Not easy, not the work will be hard that you have to do to get there, but there's a simple process. And if you follow that, just like with anything else, you're going to get results.